Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have our transfer roundup and our opening league game of the season against Wolfsburg. So we've probably had the busiest summer so far since we've been in charge of Mönchengladbach, and it's still not done. We've still got a couple of weeks left in the transfer window. We are waiting on potentially signing an American international, Joe Scally, because he's actually homegrown at club. He's 29 years of age, currently at Barcelona. We're looking at bringing him back to the club just for that European registration. Um, so yeah, there you can see £19.5 million. He's going to be on a big wage, but we are looking at a few other possibilities as well. So potentially there's going to be one or two players leaving still, and maybe one or two others coming in as well. But as you can see, we've spent £127 million and we've had 160 come in. So we're working on a transfer profit at the moment. And obviously, there was a number of deals that were sorted from last season that we were doing in the process. So we'll go through the outgoings first and foremost. You'll know about a few of them because obviously I mentioned them in a previous episode as and when they happened. Manu Kone, of course, going to Borussia Dortmund for £30 million. Rock Collar, the young goalkeeper, we've sold him to Salzburg for just short of £6 million. Um, he just wasn't really developing. He did have a few games with the senior team, of course, but we doubled, we more than doubled our money on him. So for a goalkeeper that has only played 3 games for us in the Bundesliga, plus one or two cup games as well, I think we did quite well to make that profit on him. Chavlina, of course, the one that hurts, stings the most, really. £85 million to Lazio. Adam Becker, you can see there, he's out on loan at Lech Poznan. We actually brought him in. We'll have a look at him momentarily. We brought him in from Lech Poznan and then loaned him back for the rest of the season. Frank Garcia went to Celta Vigo for £16 million, as we know as well. Gabriel Radchivite has gone to Nuremberg for just £95,000. He was a young goalkeeper at the club. I don't think he's going to live up to much, so we let him go. Julius Alma went to Augsburg for £3.5 million. And again, he wasn't getting enough game time with us, really. I was tempted to keep him just because he's homegrown at club, but again, he didn't have the necessary quality, so we've decided to let him go. Yarrell Kwanzaa, it was a tough decision, this one, but I think it was the right one. We've let him go for £10 million to Lazio. He was a very good servant for us, the 6'6" centre back. But again, he wasn't getting regular game time. So again, to get £10 million for someone who we signed for just 3.6 million, I think we've done quite well there. Aiken Kerr, we've loaned out to Braga, £3 million loan fee. So again, I think we've done quite well um, in terms of the actual terms on this loan deal. So he has gone to Braga on a season-long loan. Hopefully he'll improve there. He's only 2-star quality at the moment. He's got plenty of potential, so I'm hoping that he will be able to develop. Fabian Mujin has gone out on loan again. He's gone to Getafe, again a £3 million loan fee. So again, I think we've done quite well. 6'2" centre back. He was out on loan last season as well. We brought him in from Real Madrid, of course, for £7 million. So Strasbourg were the team that he went to last season in January. He only made 5 league appearances. Hopefully he will get more game time at Getafe. Jonas Brun is a guy that we've brought in and we've loaned him out afterwards to Granada, a £1.8 million loan fee, but we'll have a look at him when we go to the transfers that have come in. And Henrik Degenhardt, again, another homegrown club player. He's gone to Bologna for £2 million. And again, despite being a German international, he's not of the required quality. One thing I have noticed about Football Manager, it's happened quite regularly over recent years, and I'm not too sure why it's done. If anyone knows, drop a mention in the comments. The German squad isn't always updated properly. So, like, the players that would normally be in the German squad aren't playing for Germany. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but it's something that happens quite regularly. So if anyone knows about that, just drop a comment for me, and any knowledge on it would be greatly appreciated. So yeah, Degenhardt, 11 caps for Germany. Under normal circumstances, he'd never play for the international team. He's not good enough, but nonetheless, we've sold him for just £2 million. And then we go to the transfers coming into the club. We've spent a lot of money, as you can see, but we've made the money in the transfers that we've sent out as well. Agiris Voilis has come in from AK Athens. He can play right back, left back, and holding midfield. So as you can see, he's a very versatile player. To Skadar current ability, so he's not the best, but I think he's going to be very good. He's got plenty of pace, got really good natural fitness as well, really good defensive attributes with good technique. His dribbling and crossing aren't the best, which obviously with our wing backs, we do like them to get crosses into the penalty area. But I think he'll develop into a top quality player. And he's already a Greek international at the age of 18. As you can see, his value has shot up between 24 and 36 million pounds. We signed him for just 11 and a quarter. So again, a really good piece of business there. Jonas Broom, we brought him from Bromby. Obviously, I've just mentioned his name. We've sent him out on loan to Granada for the season. His valuation didn't shoot up, which to me says that he needs to go out on loan and get some first team football. He did actually play for Granada in their opening league match. And again, I think he's a very similar player to Voilis, to be quite honest. He's not quite an international just yet, got plenty of under 21 caps, so he's only 19. Really good physical attributes, decent defensive attributes as well. And again, we'll keep an eye on him. With his work rate and determination, he could develop into a top player as well. Adam Becker, just £2.9 million, as you can see. He's worth 5 times that. He's done really, really well already in his development. Again, only 18 years of age, 9 caps for Poland with 2 goals. Really good crossing ability, good amount of pace as well. He could develop into a really top winger for the club, and he's the kind of player that we definitely want here. He's got a season-long loan, of course. He's already playing European matches. We haven't got the Polish league loaded, so I'm not too sure how it'll look based on his league form, but it does say that he's had a league appearance there, so hopefully it will settle into a rhythm for him and things will go well. Bernd Schultz, we brought him from Hoffenheim for £6.5 million. We might have overspent on him a little bit, but he's a German centre-back. He's not an international as of yet, but I think he's a really good defender in all honesty. He's 6 foot tall, really good fitness and balance, good jumping reach as well, solid physicals, okay determination, decent work rate, but his defensive attributes seem quite strong. Good player to have in our rotational option for the players in nation, ready for the European registration of the squad. Giancarlo Barrison, we brought him from Leipzig for £31 million. He can play attacking midfield, right wing, and up front. Really good physicals again, really good amount of pace, stamina, and fitness. Good finisher as well, so if he's on that right hand side as the inside forward, he will do quite well. Work rate, not the best, but hopefully he will settle into a rhythm. And he's got good leadership qualities as well. We've actually put him in as our vice captain for the season. And like I say, we signed him for 31 million. He's worth nearly 90. So again, I think we're doing really well in relation to building this young squad. And if players do want to leave, they'll go for a profit. 9 caps for Germany with 1 goal. He will certainly develop well. This guy I'm really excited about, Jung-Ju Young. We brought him in from Pohang in South Korea. £1.2 million. He's worth nearly 100 million now that he's actually come in to a European club. 8 caps for South Korea and 2 goals. I mean, he's a really good finisher, decision making and determination, flair, all excellent. Physicals are pretty decent as well. He's not particularly strong. He's only 5'7". But in terms of his natural fitness and balance, stamina as well, again, he's got really good quality, excellent first touch, excellent technique as well. He could be a very key player in that midfield going forward. Isaac Nembot, we brought him from Newcastle for £23 million. He's worth about double that. And again, really excited. It's 2.5-star of current ability for him. It was 2-star actually. He did play a game for us in the Cup just previously and scored a couple of goals in that one. 11 goals in 21 caps for Ireland. Bit of a strange one. I thought he'd have a bit more of an African heritage, but I'm not too sure. But he actually came through at Blackburn. He didn't play a lot of football for Newcastle, but I mean, inside forward, ideal. I mean, he's full of pace, really good balance, again, good finishing ability, excellent determination and work rate. And I think we've really picked up a gem here. And again, with plenty of potential, at 23 years of age, he could really develop into a top player for us. Stuart Watson, we also brought in from Newcastle, just £2.7 million, and he's worth nearly 30. An under-21 international for England. I think he's just a decent all-rounder, to be honest. He can play up front, attacking midfield, right-hand side, central midfield as well. Good passing ability again, really good mental attributes and decent physicals as well. And again, I think we've done really well to bring him in, especially so cheaply as well. Normally for the English players, you do struggle a bit, but we've done really well with him. We brought in a goalkeeper for the future as well, Giuseppe Celermajer. We brought in for I think it was £18 million. He's worth just over that. He's just a backup for us at the moment. But again, 20 determination for him. Concentration is strong. Positioning is strong. Reflexes, throwing, one-on-ones, handling, all really strong attributes for him. His kicking's not the best, but he's a decent passer. So for that sweeper keeper type role that we're looking at, he could be a really, really top goalkeeper for us going forward. 21 caps for the under-21 side for Italy. And again, he'll put really good pressure on Carl Jakob Hein. And we have got interest in Hein as well. So I think in Celermajer, we've got a keeper that can come into the first team fold should he be sold. Andrea Tesselli, we've finally managed to do it. We've brought in a quality first team left back. He's only 24, Italian international. He's come in to replace Fran Garcia, basically, and we've got the quality from him. Look at those physicals, full of pace, full of stamina, absolutely brilliant stuff again. His crossing ability is not the best, but he's a decent dribbler to get down that left-hand side. Decent defensive attributes with his marking and tackling as well, and his mental attributes, his work rate, leadership qualities, decision-making and concentration, all fantastic. We have got a left-back here to really focus in. We can build a defence around him. That's how good he is. And so far, lastly, we've got Mike Misner from Schalke. He's just an under-18 international, 21-year-old goalkeeper. We brought him in to be a reserve. Brule, who is our normal reserve keeper, wants to leave. So, young German keeper, £850,000. He's not the best, but as a third choice, I think it's absolutely fine, to be honest. So far, that is that. In terms of our actual squad, we're looking in decent shape in terms of numbers. We've got a 24-man squad at the moment. We've just transfer listed Lewis Miley. He's worked really hard for us and he's played really good football for us, but he's not playing regularly enough. So again, he's the kind of player that we're thinking about letting go. Delphi Catala wants to leave. He's got a 95 million release clause. We're trying to sell him. He wants us to try and sell him, and that's what we're doing. But we want that release clause money, and the highest value that we've had so far is around 50, which again, it's doubling our money. But for the quality of player that he is, I don't want to let him go for anything less than his release clause, to be honest. And he will understand that going forward. And obviously, Brule is a player we're looking to sell as well. So 3 players potentially still to leave the club. Joe Scally, obviously, we're looking at bringing in. If Miley does go, I've got a right winger in mind to bring in for him. And if Catala goes, I've got a central midfielder in mind to bring in as well. And it would all finish up as a transfer profit, but it depends on whether these players go or not. If Brule goes, obviously we don't need to do anything. We've got Hein and Celermajer and Misner. So in that manner, we're looking pretty decent. We did rotate for the cup tie. We won 4-1 in that against Wolfsburg. We've had a decent pre-season as well. The only one we lost was against Paderborn, but again, we did rotate the side quite considerably for that one. Anastasov has got a bit of a knock, and considering the fact that we've got plenty of players who can play in that position, it seems a bit odd to actually start him. But as you can see, this is the makeup of the squad at the moment. So, put him in there. We've got Hein in goal, Tisselli, Chiarodia, Havel and Katenga at the back. Ornelas, Catala and Carey in midfield with Opacic, Barrison and Mania as the front 3. So a few debutants. I mean, we had 8 debutants in the cup tie. But in terms of our league debutants, we've got Barrison in there and Tisselli. So the rest of the players are on the bench practically. Brule obviously could leave. Meisner's the backup. Schultz is a backup centre-back, and Lewis Miley, we've just transfer listed. He misses out in the squad as well. But I'm feeling quite positive about the season. We want a trophy this season. I've decided we're having a trophy this season. But we need a good start in the league. I think winning the Pokal will be difficult anyway. We've found it extremely difficult as time's gone on, but we have got the financial backing a little bit more now. So hopefully we can get off to a good start and get a win here. Normally, Wolfsburg have been a tough nut to crack for us, but I think we're certainly capable. The only disadvantage we might have is we've got a very young squad. Yes, we've got Shearodia and Eamon Carey in the midfield. So there is an element of experience in there as Opicic swings in a corner here. Shearodia wins the header, but Marin claims it reasonably comfortably. We haven't got a lot of experience. So Joe Scally, who is the wing back that we're trying to bring in, of course, he would bring in a lot of experience, especially into that defence, and he'd probably go in ahead of Kitenga at right back, but Kitenga can also cover at centre back. So defensively, we've got plenty of cover in there because of the players that can play in different positions. So hopefully we should be fine. Here is Shearodia, just holding on to it. We played it quite well amongst the defenders, and now Tiseli fires it down the line to Opicic. Opicic and Stupar, incidentally, have signed new deals during the summer as well. Into the penalty area. It's a good effort, and Marin touches it onto the crossbar. Really good effort from Opicic there. And it remains 0-0, but we've had a very positive start here as Ljubicic finds Jens. Now Calafiore. Back into Jens. And now Marin. It's a poor pass, and Cosmin Mania is in. And that is a big, big miss. It's a huge chance for Cosmin Mania. A lot of pressure on him this season, it has to be said. Obviously, since the sale of Chavlina, Mania he will have to step up. There's no doubt about it. He did want us to start Stupar up front. I don't think Stupar is necessarily a striker. I think he's more of a left winger, if I'm being truthful. Stupar did score, by the way, in the cup tie against Elversberg, but it was from the penalty spot. Other than that, he didn't really look too sharp, in all honesty. Opicic here into Tiseli. Poor pass back, really, but Hein does pick it up easily. But Shearodia's made the error, and Ljubicic, it's another big miss this time from Wolfsburg. Shearodia managed to get a block on it. But a couple of errors from both sides so far. And it could be one of them games, I think, today that could go either way. And it'll either be something brilliant or a mistake. So we remain at 0-0, but we are dominating proceedings. 7 attempts at goal, 3 shots on target. Wolfsburg just having their first shot on target after the half-hour mark. Possession, though, relatively even. But we are looking to be the better side at the moment. I just hope that we don't struggle too much in front of goal this season following that sale of Chavlina, of course. A lot of pressure, I think, this year. European qualification is obviously a must, but we want a trophy this year. We've been too long without one in the series. But I mean, so far so good. We've had a decent performance, but Opicic only a 6.4, Mania on a 6.5. So again, it's them forward players letting us down so far. Kitenga with the long throw down the line, and it's not falling for anybody. And Calafiore picks it up into Rule. Now Lacroix. Just holding on to it, playing it back to Jens. Holds on to it, plays it into the midfield. Rule picks it up. Good tackle from Barrison. Now Eamon Carey. Into Delphi Katala. Opicic picks it up on this left-hand side. He's got support from Tiseli, who's just behind him. Plays it inside to Katala. And there's Cosmin Mania. Again, a big chance. He had to react to it quite quickly. But unfortunately, it goes over. Eamon Carey with a free kick. Swings it toward the far post. And it's a very comfortable claim for the keeper, Marin. It was a decent delivery, but again, the keeper was first to react. And he launches it forward. And Ljubicic is in. And he won the header, but he had no support there, luckily, from our point of view. And Hein picks it up and just throws it out to Tiseli. Now, Jiri Havel, it's a big season for him as well. He was out on loan last year, didn't get too much first-team football, but I think he's really capable. I really do want him to settle into a rhythm, but with the likes of Anastasov in ahead of him as well, it could be a tough season for him. That's a great pass from Shearodia. Opicic cutting inside, chance to play it into the penalty area. Gets the strike away, and it's another brilliant piece of goalkeeping from Marin. And again, we're just not finding that end product at the moment. Opicic here with the corner, swings it into the near post. It's headed clear. Yeri Havel wins the header to knock it down, but couldn't find another white shirt. And again, it remains 0-0. There's a lot to be a positive about here. But again, we're just lacking that end product. And I think we are going to have to make a couple of changes here. 25 minutes to go. Big opportunities knocking potentially. Casper Nilsson. I mean, he's a good finisher, Casper Nilsson. I think, to be fair, I think that might be a good move. And Isaac Nembot, again, he's a really good finisher as well. We'll bring him on for Opicic. And again, we've got the options here. It is something that we can focus on. I mean, Barrison's actually a better centre forward, so Nilsson can go on that right-hand side, and we'll give Barrison a chance up front. Katenga's struggling a little bit at right back, but there's not really a lot going wrong at the moment. Midfield, we're looking reasonably strong, but Katala, of course, wants to leave, so I think we'll probably take him off, and we'll get probably Young. We'll bring him on for his league debut as well. We'll leave it at that for now. Young is actually better as an attacking midfielder, but obviously we don't play in that position. But he is a strong central midfielder anyway, so hopefully he will settle into a rhythm and improve in that role. And Sildilli has just brought down Nembot, and it's going to be a second yellow card here. And Malero is going to come on for Rule. It's an immediate substitution, which makes that change in the defence. So they've still got that back four, but we've got an opportunity now. Nembot here with a corner, swings it in. Good ball in as well from Nembot, picks it up again and finds Casper Nilsson. Oh my word, it's off the underside of the crossbar. And I mean, it's going to take something special to beat Marin, and that did, but we couldn't quite get it in. Katenga now, blocked by the defender. Ornelas picks it up. Chance to get a strike away again. Switches the play to Barrison. Nembot strike gets blocked. We're trying everything here to get past Wolfsburg. I would go attacking because we've got that man advantage, but I don't really want to chance it. I've known it before where 10 men just seem to counter and get the win. It's definitely going to be 2 points dropped here if it stays as it is. Normally I'd demand more and encourage the side, but you know what? Yeah, bit disappointing that we didn't win the game, considering the number of chances. I mean, Wolfsburg just 2 shots on target out of 3 attempts, 7 shots on target out of 18. Really good performances all round, in all honesty. I mean, Nembot with a 6.5 and Nilsson with a 6.5. It's only because they had Nembot had a shot block. Nilsson strike off the underside of the crossbar. I mean, and Marin made some phenomenal saves as well. But that was a very good performance. But again, Wolfsburg, I mentioned it at the start of the match, they're a very tough nut to crack when it comes to us. Defensively, they are very strong. But we've proven just how strong we are as a team as well. But again, it's just going to be finding them goals. Because Cosmin Mania, of course, missed that sitter in the first half, which was a bit of a shame in all honesty, but it is what it is. We have to move on from it and try and push on. But again, Marin, what a performance from him. Serbian international goalkeeper, of course. I don't know if there's any way of seeing what he rated for that match. He rated a 7.9, so you can tell how well he played, and he definitely kept Wolfsburg in the match. Very, very unlucky from our point of view, but I'm really happy with the performance. As you can see there, pre-season we played plenty of European quality teams and got some very big wins, and then we lost against Paderborn, which was a bit of a strange one. In terms of going ahead, Frankfurt and Freiburg remain in August. We'll probably get September out of the way as well. Nuremberg, Werder Bremen and Bochum. We'll come back at the start of October. Mainz in the Pokal there at the end of October. I'm not sure when the European draw is going to be. We might come back for a Champions League match if it comes in September. But if not, it'll be in and around the start of October when we come back for tomorrow's episode. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.